Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be talking about how Quant could be used by all banks around the world. So in a recent clip provided by Greg Lunt, who I highly recommend following on Twitter for all things Quant, he highlighted how Miguel Diaz of the Bank of International Settlement discussed how banks can convert their messaging systems into payment systems using 2 to 3 lines of code. So Diaz highlighting this point was part of a discussion surrounding CBDCs, where he spoke about how CBDCs will play a key role in development surrounding finance around the world.
And we also had economies of scope in the sense that if I have already a big network, say I am providing messaging services, I can just write 2 or 3 lines of code and convert that messenger into a payment system.
So as detailed by Diaz, 3 lines of code can be used to interconvert systems, and this may be in reference to Quant Technology, where through Quant's overledger and Quant's use cases, 2 to 3 lines of code can be used to interconvert, in this case, messaging systems to payment systems. So through Quant's overledger and the ability for systems to interconvert through 2 to 3 lines of code, information related and stored on bank services can be shared to other banks around the world. And again, this will be actively validated and enabled through the direct usage of Quant's overledger innovation. So the potential for Quant being used to interconvert systems is coupled with Quant already being used by a number of banks, most notably in Europe, where Quant's overledger has been directly integrated into SIA's blockchain interoperability platform, which sees the connectivity and the bridging between blockchain offerings associated with banks around Europe. So this development sees the integration of Quant's overledger into SIA chain, which again is a private blockchain infrastructure which sees the connectivity of applications surrounding banks across Europe and potentially globally. So the Quant involved SIA chain development sees Quant's overledger connecting 580 European banks within Europe. And the main reason as to why this infrastructure has been developed is to improve the ability for datasets, in this case KYC, or even payment applications being sent between banks across Europe and between individuals that use such banks. So as mentioned by the Quant team, datasets can be interconverted through just 2 to 3 lines of code. So the ability for datasets to interconvert will mean that information and datasets associated with given banks can be interconverted more seamlessly and effectively. And this will mean that banks could take advantage of DLT, especially in cases surrounding improving the scalability and the speed surrounding the transferring of datasets between banks and other financial bodies across Europe and potentially around the world. So as well as Quant and overledger enabling the bridging between DLTs, Quant also enables the connectivity of legacy systems and DLTs. So this will mean that datasets related to legacy systems, when exposed to the 2 to 3 lines of code provided by Quant, will be able to be exchanged to DLT systems. So this will be quite beneficial, especially as time progresses, as DLT is looking to become more mainstream, especially in the financial sector, as DLT is likely to be the underlying technology in future CBDC developments. So future CBDCs will need to be able to interoperate with legacy systems. So with the direct usage of Quant's overledger, this will be enabled, and so the bridging between legacy financial infrastructure and CBDCs will be enabled. So as well as Quant's overledger's direct usage in financial actions around the world, Quant's overledger could be used to enable the connectivity of private and public blockchains. So due to the lack of interoperability between DLTs, bridge applications have been built to enable the connectivity of such DLTs. And this has led to a number of limitations, especially in cases surrounding the hacking and the loss of $1 billion worth of funds and assets based on specific DLTs. So through the usage of Quant's overledger's ODAP offering, such blockchains can be actively plugged into overledger at a given time, and this could enable datasets related to given DLTs to be actively and seamlessly shared between each other through overledger. So this will be quite beneficial for a number of bodies around the world, be it enterprises or even central banks and private banks, as DLT and blockchain is becoming more mainstream, and with the need to enable the connectivity of DLTs, an overarching network or technology will be required to enable the seamless and active transferring of such datasets, and the only innovation on the marketplace that can do this is Quant's overledger. So the following clip features a representative of MIT who details the need for an ODAP system to enable the connectivity of blockchain offerings and how such ODAP offerings will bring about a number of benefits, especially in cases surrounding the transferring of datasets related to specific DLTs at a given time.
If you have an entity providing bridge services, it in fact could implement the gateway function within its network. I do hope that the bridging community begins to look at the need to standardize the endpoints and the actual bytes going across the bridges. For your own security, the whole bridging concept is a richer construct that wraps around the gateways. In fact, one or more gateways will be needed that implements this ODAP commitment.
So with Quant being able to interconvert systems through just 2 to 3 lines of code, coupled with the benefits attached to Quant's overledger's ODAP system, which will enable the active and seamless ability for datasets to be exchanged between blockchains and DLTs, Quant could be at the center of a number of developments around the world, especially in cases surrounding financial actions and the connectivity of DLTs in years to come. What are your thoughts on Quant? Do you think all banks will use Quant? Let us know your views in the comments below. Thank you for watching Crypto Clan. Don't forget to like, subscribe and click on the notification bell. Thank you for watching and we'll see you in the next video.